It's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. I don't know why that song today, but I'm late. And I don't know a song that talks about being late or being tardy. So if you're watching the replay, go ahead and say hashtag replay. Oh, and maybe I sang that song because it is everybody's birthday this week. My man celebrated his 40th on Saturday. My twins, or our twins, celebrate their birthday tomorrow. So it's birthday week, y'all. Listen, I pulled off some cake pops, and I'm going to tell you something. You want them. They were so yummy. They were so rich. They were chocolatey goodness, but that's not what we're making today. Oh no, not today. Today, we are actually going to make a cinnamon roll breakfast cookie. Hey, Diana, come on in, yes. Now, I will say I am going to take the, quote, lazy route to this cinnamon roll breakfast cookie because you can fancy dancy it up with some icing on the top. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about a way where you can make it amplified, because I take the ingredients, I clean them up, make them so they feed your body, but you do not miss out. I was talking with somebody last night and I was talking to her about the cake pops and she's like, oh my goodness, I need to order some from you. And I was like, please don't. That puts so much pressure on me. I was like, I don't know. I'm not ready for that step yet. And she is, good for her, she is cutting out all sugar in her life. And I was like, that is a great decision. All right, I better start us out or we're going to be here all day. So in a bowl, we are going to whisk together. By the way, y'all, I need me. Ooh, that butter is not softened. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. Listen, sometimes it's going to be all right, and other times, well, y'all know how that works. Doggone train wreck. Because that's what happens sometimes. Yes, it does. So I'm just going to go ahead and just mash up the butter. It's not melted. It's not softened. Guess who's worried? Not this chick. So we got some butter here. And then we are just going to use 1 egg and some vanilla. Teaspoon of that. So let me do that first. Just grab our little cap here. A little cap will do ya. Yes, it is sunny outside, but it is windy in Georgia. What's it like in your neck of the woods, huh? All right, let me crack this egg, y'all. I didn't do it pre, so you have to forgive me because I'm going to have to wash my hands. What song should we sing when I wash my hands? Ooh, that is a nice local egg. That is a rich yolk right there, y'all. It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. You can read the back of my shirt too. Cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Oh, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. Y'all aren't crying, are you? Not this day. Did you already? I haven't danced yet today. Sometimes the dances are hit or miss. But we like to hit up in here because if you ain't dancing, are you really living? Are you really living? All right, let me just go ahead and make my first suggestion for this recipe and go ahead and make sure your butter is melted, okay? Because this whole little mushed up butter, I don't know, friends, but it's going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Ho, 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 ho. Everything is going to be all right. You guys, we got to cook. We can't just sing and dance. We have got to do something. But I'm telling you, go ahead and do yourself a favor and melt the butter. Okay. That's just a friendly tip from me to you. Oh, yeah, I'll dance just for Andy. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. All right, friends. Listen, I'm about to go melt this butter. It's driving me bananas. Okay, moving on. We have our butter, we have our vanilla, we have our 1 egg. We're gonna add a little bit of pure maple syrup here. Now, even if your recipe calls for like a 1/2 cup, no ma'am, I'm gonna do 1/3 and I'm gonna call it good. Last time when I did even less than a third, when it called for a half, and we'll still do less today, it was perfect. I'm telling y'all, you do not need all the sweetness, but these are cinnamon roll breakfast cookies after all. So we got to have a little bit of maple syrup in there. Yes, we do. And y'all don't let me forget to show you how to make your frosting not naughty, all right? We want your frosting to, you know, help your body. I was going to say feed your body, but that's going a little too much. I ain't going to claim there's nutrients in the frosting, okay? I ain't going to claim it. All right, now we have our maple, and we need 2 tablespoons of oil. Diana, I think you need to come on over and rescue this butter. 2 tablespoons here of oil. Y'all need some oil. Ooh, what would be good in this? I'm thinking a wild orange or a tangerine. What do you guys vote? Vote in the comments. Do we want wild orange or tangerine? 1 tablespoon. A little bit more than 2 tablespoons there. Okay, this fork really, let me just attempt to actually whisk this because I really should. Just let me try here, see if I can salvage this hot mess right here. But you know, that's why we didn't call this the Southern Perfection. No, we didn't. Listen, I ain't no fool. I ain't gonna call nothing I do perfection. I'm not gonna claim it won't be amazing. But listen, you have more fun when you mess it up. You have more fun when you guess it up. You know what I'm saying? Mom, where's my whisk? You know what Okay, friends. By the way, y'all need to vote. Is it tangerine or wild orange? Right now, Mother, I'm making cinnamon roll breakfast cookies, but let me tell you, hoping to take them on to travel so that you don't spend all the money, because y'all know what it's like shopping at an airport. But I don't even know that this will make it. Really don't. Would love to say that it would make it to the airport. It certainly is not going to make it all the way across the country. But I think my kids are going to pound these right when they get home. So it is what it is, y'all. All right, we're going to do that. If you can see inside my bowl, it's fine. Everything is going to be all right. Let's go ahead and greet Gina. Gina, I was with somebody last night and they brought you up, sister. So you know, they know you here because you sassy. You sassy. Lemon, that wasn't an option. That might be good though. We might be able to do that. All right, these are our wet contents. Let's go ahead and go with our dry. We need some oats. We are going to use some oats. And by the way, after I pour these oats in there, I ain't got no more oats in this household. Unless my order comes, Mama ain't got no more oats. Nope. We're out of oats, y'all. Sound the alarms. No more oats in this house. Nada. Okay, we have our oats here. Now we're going to use some flour. And you know what? I ain't even going to measure it. I just don't want any left over. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it all in there. We'll see if I doggone messed it up or not. Doesn't matter. Either way. All right, now we need some salt. So let's go ahead and, I can't read. It needs to be expanded a bit. Let's do, I'm going to grab my, hold on, I'm going to grab something fancy dancy, which probably isn't really that fancy, but y'all know me. We going to call it fancy. Yes, we are, because fancy is more fun. You know what I mean? What's this, y'all? This is not what I was referring to. I was referring to this thing. Don't you love it? Pampered Chef. You just, you know, you choose what you need. I need a half teaspoon of this elbow. Just go ahead and look inside my elbow. Don't you love it? Oh, I just love it. All right, so there's our salt. By the way, last week, what did we make? Because after I put it in the oven, oh, I remember what we made. We made that yummy lemon blueberry almond baked oatmeal. I totally forgot the salt, y'all. Like, I put it in the oven, I stopped the live, and I was like, whoop, forgot the salt. So this week, I'm remembering the salt. Now I need some baking powder. We're going to do watch this, 1 teaspoon of baking powder here. The cat wants out because, you know, when you're live, they either want in or they want out. You guys, are you sensitive with your teeth? I told my man I need a plastic whisk, and he said, why? And I said, because I can't do the sound. I just can't do it. And he's like, you are something else. And I was like, I know. You know, I have milled my oats before. I want to say I've only milled my sprouted oats. I have never milled these, which I think are just well, what were they? Just an organic old fashioned? I don't remember, but I have done my sprouted oats. Yes, I have. All right, we also need cinnamon. Now, how much cinnamon do we want in here? I feel like we want a good old amount. Let me see if I can find the right. This'll do. Let's do this much. What do you think? All right, so I've got some lemon, wild orange. Okay, so nobody voted tangerine. And I wasn't feeling the lemon, so I might just go, man, this seems like a lot of cinnamon. That was a half tablespoon. Let's see what we think. All right, we have our dry ingredients here. We've got our wet, chunky ingredients right there. And we's gonna mix these two together. Here we go. I think I'm gonna do it in this bowl because I like that y'all can see it at least a little bit better, right? By the way, this just smells real good, like divine good. All right, let's see how we go here. Let's see what we do. Okay, now let me just teach you my trick for the frosting, which I'm not gonna put on these. I know that might sound like I'm just getting out of it, but first of all, y'all don't even wanna know how long I spent on them cake pops on, was it Friday? Which my twins, God bless them, you gotta love kids. They were so excited about the fact that I was gonna attempt cake pops that they could eat. They told their teacher, my mom's making cake pops. So the teacher is like, okay, we're gonna need 33 cake pops. And I was like, huh? Because at first I just thought their class, which their class is, I wanna say 15 students, 14 students, I'm not really sure. Well, apparently for birthdays, they only celebrate birthdays once a month, and they combine classrooms. So if I'm gonna bring something for my twins, I have to bring it not only for their class, but all the classes, not all, but whatever these classes are that combine. And I'm like, 33 cake pops, 33 cake pops. Okay, let me just think for a hot minute if I actually want to commit to this. So I was telling the teacher, I said, when do I need to let you know by? Like I'm not sure I really want to make 33 cake pops. And she's like, oh, you can just let me know whenever. It's not that big of a deal. Just let me know, you know. And I was like, okay, great. So I decide, praise God. Y'all give some praise here in the comments. I decide, you know, I just don't think Amber can pull it off. It wasn't good timing. I had to have 33 cake pops there on a Friday morning. Wednesdays and Thursdays are my longest days, and they are the days where I don't want to say I don't have say over my days, but I'm not home. Like, I'm nowhere to be found, and I was not really excited about two options. They were kind of coming down to two options. One, I could have made them, I should have doubled this recipe, but I didn't have any oats. Y'all, I totally would have doubled this recipe if I had the amount of ingredients I needed, because these are going to be a hit. These are going to be a hit. Gina, you eating? Okay, good. So anyways, I would have either had to have made the 33 cake pops on Tuesday, or come home after 2 super long days, make them Thursday night, and then send them out the door at the twins on Friday. Well, thank God, give him praise right now. Y'all just praise that I just went ahead and said no thank you to Supermom. Like, I just texted the teacher and I was like, listen, I'm going to opt out of the cake pops. I'm so sorry. Ended up making a ton of brownie bites. The twins were happy. Everybody was happy, all the things. But I spent so much time on these doggone cake pops on Friday. Listen, I'm going to have to get down my method because I was frustrated up in this space and there wasn't even anybody around. Like, I do my best work when I'm by myself, right? Because then you don't have, demands coming at you, or you don't have like people in your space or whatever. It's how I rock and roll. But I am telling you, I was by my doggone self on Friday. And no, this wasn't the Friday I drove my car off the hill. If you haven't heard that story, well, welcome. But hey, she's shiny now. Yes, she is. She is shiny now. Okay, the question is, and by the way, I don't think it mattered about the butter. It just didn't look appetizing at the beginning, but these are good to go. So let's go ahead and grab my cookie sheet. Y'all would not believe how sprawled out I am. It's just ridiculous. Ooh, hold on. I'm going to add this little last bit. Whoop. You know how it is on the bottom of the measuring cup and the measuring spoon. They just kind of sink and hang out. All right, that's good. So that. And parchment paper. Okay, I promised y'all a tip and a trick. Oh, by the way, I've been planning some recipes. I'm so excited for what we've got coming. So if you have something on your radar, you just let me know. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep, bringing what's on my radar because I got a list. I got a list of a bunch of stuff. So let's talk about this frosting, okay? If you want frosting that won't kill you, which is what you want, right? Hold on, I gotta grab it over here. All right, this is powdered monk fruit. Powdered monk fruit. So you're gonna go ahead and take the powdered monk fruit instead of powdered sugar, and you're gonna do about 1 to 2 teaspoons of a whole milk, or choose the milk you wish, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And you're just gonna mix it up. If you wanna be fancy dancy, go ahead and put it in a little baggie, Ziploc baggie, cut a very small hole at the bottom, and you can just top these cinnamon roll breakfast cookies. But I already told y'all, I ain't doing that today. I ain't doing frosting today. No ma'am, no sir. Oh, listen, I got plenty of butter in there, but I never added, I'm gonna add it. Let me grab it. Let me grab it over here. Oh, I should tell y'all that too. So their brownie bites were half, I don't know what just happened, but something freaked the cat out. Half tangerine brownies and half wild orange brownies. Now, if I were making them for me, I would have probably made them cinnamon brownies because, oh my goodness. Or peppermint, or we have a blend called super mint. So yummy. But I just went ahead and added wild orange to this. Ooh! Oh, that just elevated it. Faux show. Faux show, faux show, faux show. Y'all, I wish this was just scratch and sniff. Just scratch and sniff your screen. Because I'm telling you, with that maple syrup and that vanilla and that butter and that wild orange, oh my Lanta. By the way, I think I know where I got that from, this whole my Lanta business. I don't know how big I want to make these cookies. So my kids and I are reminiscing my childhood, of which they were not a part of. Just in case you're confused by that. That shouldn't be confusing. And so we've been renting Full House from like DVDs from the library. And guess what? On that show, they say, oh, my Lanta. And then my kids looked at me and they're like, is this where you got it? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. I really don't. But how funny. How funny that here they are watching Mama's favorite show when she was growing up. By the way, I'm sure my mom popped off here by now, but she can verify that this is true. I was allowed, you guys ready for this? 1 hour of TV a week. 1 hour. And you know what I saved that 1 hour for? TGIF, right? I mean, you got step by step, day by day, right? You have Full House, which I can't think of the theme song right now, which is kind of crazy because that's the one we have actually been doing. Family Matters, come on now. And what was the fourth show? What am I missing? I know for sure I'm missing something. What was it? I don't know. I can't think of it. Anyway, so I saved my 1 hour of television for that, TGIF, because I got 1 hour. Now, can you imagine, let's just go ahead and fast forward right now, how much screen time. I don't think kids would know what to do with 1 hour. So if you don't know, our house is a no screen house, but we do have a TV that can play DVDs. So All right, those are ready. These are ready to go in. They kind of, I mean, they look great, but I'm trying to make sure they're same size-ish. So we gonna go ahead and cook these, and surely we can't mess them up, right? So I will let y'all know what how they turn out. Put them in my stories. Get y'all a little visual. Ooh, I wish you could smell the goodness. Lance, you watch Family Matters? Yes, I love those shows so much. By the way, I had somebody approach me worried that we had no fruit. So as you can see, bananas, avocados, apples, oranges, which you can't see, but there's a whole bag of oranges. So we got fruit. Now we have about 48 hours to pound all food in our house. Wish us luck. It's gonna be great. Which means my baking needs to be to a minimum because the baked stuff doesn't go bad and everything else gonna go bad. So here we go, off and running, y'all.